Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I hope you're having a great week. I want to talk to you today about getting a fresh start. You know, you may be having different cycles in your life that you're trying to kind of break free from. You might be doing really, really good and you want to actually just level up. But regardless, successful people create daily habits that are going to guide them in their life, even when they don't feel like doing things, and especially when their motivation runs out. So it's a pretty powerful strategy to break free from any negative cycles you might be experiencing by re-upping or refocusing on your daily rituals. Sometimes, looking from a different perspective with regards to daily rituals is a great way to re-engage or restart with these powerful strategies and habits you can do for rituals. So that's what I want to do today. I want you to look at your daily rituals and your daily routine, which you may have just sort of become automatic with. I want you to take a fresh perspective on them. And let's talk about habits and rituals that'll drive your success. Now, you've got to create daily habits in order to drive your success, and you need to commit to these habits in a consistent way because consistency is definitely the key. But you also have to be specific with your intent. You can't just go through these motions without thinking about what you're trying to accomplish with them, especially if you're spending your time. And if you're thinking about time as an investment, you need to be specific with it. So do things that are going to create specific results for you and help you to reach your goals. Over time, your rituals are going to help you to establish basic patterns of discipline so that when you don't feel motivated or when you don't feel like doing things, they're going to be there for you. But also those daily rituals are going to create certain results in your life. And so let's be honest. First of all, none of us really like doing the things all the time. Some days we have good days, some days we have bad days. But if you're going to be contributing towards success in your life, you've got to be specific. So I want to talk to you a little bit today about some suggestions on how you can get your daily rituals leveled up or re-engaged, restarted in order to create some momentum in your life. And the first suggestion I have for you is to think very seriously about the time of day. Now, I highly recommend that you analyze the time of day that you're going to be doing your daily rituals because I really like personally starting them in the morning with a couple of habits that are going to get my day started. I mean, you've heard the saying, win the day or win the morning, you'll win the day. But if you're like most entrepreneurs, myself included, when you start your day out right, it's going to give you great momentum and positive direction with the rest of your day. So, when you start out right, it's going to be really much easier for you to stay on top of your day. When you don't start your day out right, it's hard to catch up. You might feel like you're playing catch up. Sometimes you always feel like you're behind and you're constantly, not necessarily on top of your schedule. So the time of day is important. I highly recommend having daily rituals in the morning. Now, I know there's a lot of individuals out there that'll try to tell you to get up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I think that's a bunch of BS. I think that's not great advice for most everyone. Just start with what works for you. Start with something and then analyze the best time of day that's best for you. If it's going to be the evenings or the afternoons, start there. But just start because starting is more important than trying to accomplish something, at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, if it's not going to be an effective time of day for you, right? Because effectiveness is key as well. Number 2, I want you to start small. And, I want you to start with a limited number of daily rituals or practices because here's the big problem. Most people overload themselves. And so when they miss some of their daily rituals, they just stop. And if you're like a lot of entrepreneurs, you're starting with this big long list of motivation, inspiration, meditation, affirmations, do this, do that, work out, pray, meditate, whatever it is. And I want you to stop overwhelming yourself and just set yourself up for success by creating a list of 2 or 3 things you can start with and you can build upon later. If you don't commit and follow through with them, it's really irrelevant anyway. So it's important to have some wins. Remember, it's all about getting wins and stacking up the wins. So be limited, be specific, be simple, and then build upon that consistency, and you'll be much more successful. Number 3, set specific targets. Targets are the things that are going to help you to make progress in your life. And so you've got to set specific goals with your rituals. Yeah, it's good to have affirmations. We'd love for everyone to have a solid workout plan. We want everybody to read and meditate. We'd love to know that everybody's getting some type of personal accountability. But target the things that you need as an individual, because the goal here is for you to grow. Don't target things that are easy for you either. Things that you just automatically do, because that's not pushing you. That's not helping you to grow. That's not accomplishing the goal. If you're going to do daily rituals, let's accomplish multiple goals, not just consistency and discipline, but growth. So if you're saying to yourself, and by the way, set yourself up for success with your daily rituals. If you say to yourself, I'm going to work out, and you don't have a gym membership, or I'm going to work out and I haven't even laid my clothes out ahead of time, when you get up in the morning, you might really be tired and you're just going to fall back in bed, or you're not going to get things done. So let's face it, most of us don't feel like doing the things that we want to do to grow. So you need to line yourself up for specific success. And that's why I say these targets and these objectives need to be very specific in your planning. So how do you do that? If you're working out, lay your clothes out the night before. If you need accountability, then get a partner, get a mentor. If it's reading, have those books right next to your bed or wherever you're going to get at them easily. But have things lined up and ready for you to be successful with your rituals. And that's a really, really important thing, is being specific with your intent. So let's review here for a second. I said pick the best time of day. Start with a couple of small numbers of things, and then be very specific, intentional, setting yourself up for success. Now, the fourth thing is, and this is a really important one, use what works for you. Reading through books is great, but if you're better at listening to audiobooks, listen to audiobooks. If you feel like music motivates you more than podcasts, use a playlist that will motivate you. If you need guided meditation instead of unguided meditation, do the guided meditation. It's better that you follow things that are going to be successful for you and create a result than to try to duplicate what others are doing just for the sake of duplication. Okay, fifth suggestion, and this is one that you may not have thought of, and this is a really important one, and that is track and monitor your rituals. A lot of times when I want to get a fresh start in the gym or with a health plan or nutrition, I'll just simply start tracking. Because tracking and monitoring what your daily rituals and your habits are is going to give you more specific intent. It's going to help you measure what you grow, and we all know that what you focus on grows, what you measure grows. This is a fact. So you need to track and monitor things that you're doing daily rituals on. Maybe run a tally of how consistent you're being with the reading or meditation or workouts if you're not going to track the specifics of it. Maybe it's how long you're meditating. Maybe it's your specific performance if you're an athlete. But know exactly what you're measuring and your times and your goals and standards are. And if you track and monitor your rituals, you're going to see growth, and you're going to see progress, and you're going to see an unbelievable amount of success come from that. So these are the suggestions that I have for you to re-engage, right? Sometimes daily rituals are good, but you need to re-look at them. You've got to take a new frame of reference to start fresh. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to challenge you today. I'm going to challenge you to create 3 simple rituals. Now, you may have a big, long list. That's okay. But create 3 specific rituals that you're going to start tracking, and you're going to consider that a win if you knock those 3 out. Don't do it later today. Don't do it, later in the week. Do it right now. Just pick something. I know if you're listening to this podcast, you're already someone that has had daily rituals. So, in the Daily Mastermind podcast might be one of those rituals designed, and that's why I started it, to inspire and motivate you every day. That's why I do the Daily Mastermind. Or maybe use the Daily Mastermind mobile app, because we have all these ebooks and audiobooks, meditations, affirmations, articles, and things in there. But I'm here to help you gravitate to what helps you the most. So pick 3 simple rituals, and I'd love for you to share them with me. If you'd hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook or Instagram, share with me what your daily rituals are. Just go to the Facebook or Instagram page, pick the quote of the day today, and comment in there and let me know what your 3 daily rituals are and what they're going to be. I would love to get some feedback from you. And I'm really looking forward to giving some one-on-one time to a few individuals. I don't know if you heard that on the last couple of podcasts, but if you will go to the Daily Mastermind or dailymastermind.com website, you're going to see on there a mentoring tab. You can go to that mentoring tab and you can click the button on there to get a 30-minute time with me to be able to discuss what you might be working on, what you may need, what you may need help with. And I do that. I always block out a couple of little spots in my schedule, and they fill up quickly. But if you'll go to that and you'll schedule a time, we can sit on the phone. I don't charge anything for that. I just like to connect with the community as often as I can. And so do that. Tell me what you're doing for your daily rituals. Refocus, recommit, reset your goals, and let's see what we can do through the second half of this year to take you to the next level. That's my message for today. I hope you're having an amazing day. Remember, it's never too late to start living the life that you're meant to live. Every day is a fresh start. And I hope that's something that'll inspire you to do some new things this week. My name is George Wright III. This has been the Daily Mastermind. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk with you again tomorrow.